Hello, MGTOW. Hello, men. This is Howard Dare. Thanks for stopping by. So, I want to talk about what women really want in a man. And I know some of you are thinking, Howard, we don't care what women really want in a man. But hear me out, because this is very important. But first, let me say thank you to everybody who's been stopping by, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, even donating. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead, click the bell symbol, and accept the email notifications. It'll help me grow my channel, and I would really appreciate it. Now, let's talk about what women really want in a man, because this is very important. And I think that if you can understand this as a man, that your interactions and dealings with women can be a lot more productive and a lot more beneficial to everybody involved. So here's the thing. Have you ever noticed that the man who gives women everything that they want is not respected? He's a simp. He's a beta male. Okay, he's put into the friend zone. And no matter how much he tries to do for the woman, she doesn't respect him. And have you noticed that the bad boy types, the men who don't give women what they want, who don't respect women, who don't even seem to really like or care about the women very much, the women tend to throw themselves and chase after that type of man. I'm sure you've realized this. I'm sure you've recognized this. This is very important because what it tells you is that it's not giving people what they want that makes them chase after you. It's withholding what people want that makes them chase after you. See, this is a very important principle that you need to understand. Once you know what someone wants, you can control their behavior by limiting their access to what they want based on how they behave. It's pretty simple. If you want that raise, you're going to have to start putting in 60-hour work weeks. That's all there is to it. We won't even consider it otherwise. Once you know what someone wants, now here's the thing. Once you give someone what they want, they don't care anymore. So if you give them that raise and there's no possibility of you withholding that raise, they're going to stop working 60 hours a week. This is how you control people. Now, I know that most of you are just decent guys. And, you want to be honest, you want to be forthright, you want to be upfront about it. But are women like that? Women know what you want. You've made that very clear. Do women give you what you want? Of course not. Do women try to make what you want look as appealing and advertise it as much as possible? Of course they do. They even have strategies for when you're not interested. And even if you are interested, what they'll do is they will go over to another man just to find out how interested you are. In other words, they're withholding what you want, their affection, their approval, their attention. They are withholding it. That's what's going on. That's why men are chasing after women. And instead of, giving the men what they want, they're heaping scorn and shame and ridicule upon the men to make the men behave in a more submissive manner. They're punishing the men. They're sending a message out to the other men. So now do you see it starts to take on a new light when you look at what the women are doing with it? I know that as a man, you're looking at this and you're saying, Howard, I don't want to play these types of games. I'm an honest man. I'm a hardworking man. I just want to say how things are, and then I just want to, move on. Imagine if you played a game of poker like that, right? Imagine if after they dealt out the cards, you showed everybody your hand and you told them what you were going for on the discard. Right? And then you made your bet. How do you think people would bet then? So you have to see, everybody wants to win the game. Okay. So you have to know what people want. And then unfortunately, to control them, you have to withhold it. And that's the principle that I want you to understand here and be able to work with. And I know it's not in your nature. See, it's not in the male nature to withhold what people want. Men are utilities. Men are sacrificial animals. Men are raised to serve. Your highest ambition, your greatest hero, has been crucified. That's your ideal. The son of a slave who sacrifices everything for his people. That's your ideal. That's not her ideal. Oh, no. Oh, no. She bears. She's the mother of. So she takes priority, if you understand. So that's the mindset that you're dealing in, okay? And what she wants is your utility and your cooperation. And she wants to control you because you're much more capable than she is. You have much more power. You're not bogged down with certain biological disadvantages, like getting pregnant. Generally, the harder you work, the stronger you become. So, what women really want in a man is control of his utility. That's what they want. And they use the male's sexual attraction to the woman to get that. And the way that they do it is they withhold sexual access, sexual approval, general approval, so that the man is starved for it. And then they give it out in these small little doses. That is what women really want in a man. So he has to have a lot of utility, and she has to be able to control him through sexuality, okay? So I understand as a MGTOW, you don't really care what women really want in a man. But as a man, you need to understand how this game is being played and how men are being played. And then you need to be the one who is the master of the game. You need to be able to withhold from women what it is they really want. And that is your utility, your service, your cooperation, your affection, your addiction to their sexuality. Okay, so you are withholding that. As a result, the women, if this is what you want, will try harder to get your attention, to get together with you. And then you can control their behavior because you know what they want. But you can't give them what they want. You have to dole it out in small little conditional pieces in order to get what you want. And this is what women do with men. And they constantly do it. And it's disgusting to see the man chasing after it. Because once the man gets access to the woman, then she starts to withhold the access. Because she knows, it's limited value. If she just, you understand. So I hope that you're starting to understand why the woman is dressing up the way that she's dressing up, why she's taking care of her appearance and her sexuality as much as she is. And I hope you're starting to ask yourself, what is the male equivalent of that? Because the man's not going out and getting fake muscles and a boob job and gotten plastic surgery. That wouldn't do him any good. What's he doing? What's the equivalent? Where the woman is offering and suggesting sexuality and then controlling the man through limiting access to sexuality and making it extremely valuable. What's on the other side for the man? You know it's utility, right? You know it's his finances. You know it's his work. It's his business, his strength. So in your spare time, what should you be building up as a man if you want to be able to deal effectively with women? I'm not even saying that you should be doing this in order to get together with women. That's not what this is about. This is about men being able to effectively interact with women, not get fired from their jobs, and not get destroyed by their interaction with women. This is just so that men can interact in the daily workplace and hold their heads up and not be these simpering little fat boys who run over to hold open doors and go to feminist marches. Do you honestly think that the woman respects any of that? So, see, there's this difficult thing because the man is like, well, I don't care about her respect. And it's like, well, here's the thing. I want you to be strong enough that you can command anything you want and that you do have people's respect, or that you're so strong that it really doesn't matter to you. The man I'm talking to is the man who's being played. If you're on top of all of this stuff and you know all of this stuff and you are large and in charge, good for you. Way to go. Share your story. Be an example for other men. Come on to some of my podcasts and talk about what you've done and how you've done it so that the other men can get that idea and get that inspiration. Because I'm talking to the men who are getting ripped up and who are getting destroyed in this situation, who don't know what's going on, who are trying so hard to please the women around them and the people around them, and they're just failing, and it's just getting worse and worse. I want you to understand the variables and the dynamics in the game that you are playing. So this is why the woman has no value for the nice guy who's willing to give her everything and who is a slave to her sexuality. She has no respect for him. And on the other side of it, this is why a man who is very wealthy, very powerful, doesn't, has all of his security taken care of, is not chasing after some trampy little woman just because she's, exposing her sexuality. This is why that man is in command. This is why women are coming to that man and saying, can I please borrow $100? I'll do anything for it. Okay, and that man is saying, I don't like your attitude. And then she's saying, well, I will change my attitude. That's the place that you need to be in. Now, what you do with that sort of power and confidence and security and strength, I don't care. It's not my business to tell you what to do with it. I'm telling you, though, that that's what you need to be working on. That's the dynamic that's taking place here. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. And I hope this helps. Let me know what you think about it in the comments section below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, even donate. And join me again, Howard Dare, as I plan to have more content for you. Thank you, MGTOW.